What is up, posse? My name is Will Brawling, and welcome to another episode of t-ema. So, I'm going to try to be fair here, because I know this has a decent fan base, but I'm going to try to critique this as a movie. And to help me is somebody who is a big fan of the original source material. Going to be talking about Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and helping me out is Jessup.
Okay, I'm just saying this right now. I hate this more than Food Fight.
And for anybody who has seen Food Fight, you know that's actually a big statement.
Or seen a review of Food Fight.
We even did a review of Food Fight. We'd say it's one of the worst, if not the worst, animated movie of all time.
That was a long time ago, too.
It was like 4 years ago, was it?
I guess I buy it being the worst animated movie because this is live action.
Okay, but here's the thing. The concept of there being, kids of Greek gods is actually a pretty damn good idea. It's just, and the acting, I have nothing against the cast. They all did serviceable. But it's just the overall execution was extremely flawed.
Exactly. And an important note is that I've read the book this is based on. My sister and I grew up reading the books. I was probably about 12 years old when they started writing them. Maybe 10. Anyways, point being, I read them as a kid, in my middle school years. Loved them. When I saw the trailer to this, I was hyped. If you actually watch the trailers, that came out before this movie was released, they looked pretty impressive. It looked like it would be a solid flick.
Yeah, exactly.
And I highly recommend watching those trailers. And on a side note, you see Sean Bean in the trailer a couple times, and I was convinced he was playing Ares in the movie. But to prove this is unfaithful to the book, Ares is not in the movie, and he plays a big role in the first book.
Yeah.
Well, Sean Bean ended up playing Zeus, which I feel like, even in a good movie, I could see Sean Bean playing Zeus.
Yeah, he was throughout the entire movie, he was talking about differences between the movie and the books. Since I've only seen the movie, I've never read the books.
I highly recommend you check them out at some point, Will.
I will. I'll see if I can find them around somewhere.
But this is the first.
I will say this: it's not. Even though I haven't read the books. No, I know this won't make a whole lot of sense, but this isn't the worst adaptation I've ever seen.
It is for me.
I've seen worse, personally. And I like Chris Columbus, but he probably just wasn't the right choice for this.
Yeah. So anyways, going back to my experience, I eventually saw this in theaters, right?
Yeah.
And I was hyped. I hated it so much, it turned me off from the series for 9 years. I stopped reading the books at that moment, which, to be fair, at that point they had already ended on a good note, so I didn't feel like I was missing anything.
Yeah.
I've not read beyond the 5th book. I know there's more, they add other mythologies into it, but that's probably about it. And the 5th book is a good ending, too.
Let's see. I don't hate this movie as much as Jessup does. I just think it's a run-of-the-mill bad movie. Because from what I understand, it is filled with nothing but so many fantasy, adventure, kids movie cliches that we've seen multiple times with next to nothing original added.
And what's sad is that the book doesn't really follow a lot of them, too.
I mean, there was the one character, Grover. I mean, he was fine, but he just wasn't. He wasn't funny. I'll say that, he wasn't funny.
He's really good in the book. In the book, Grover's I'm not sure how to describe Grover. I did say while we were watching the movie that he's kind of like Sean Connery from Last Crusade, but that's not really staying faithful. Grover does have his comedic points in the book, and he's also very useful as he is kind of a bard. He knows how to play the windpipes, and he can cast certain enchantments with it. So he's at least helpful to the other characters, but I haven't seen him playing any sort of music during the movie.
Alright, and what do we think of the lead character himself, Percy? I personally find him kind of bland.
I can see that because I actually reread the first book like a year ago. Um, should get back to reading the others. But anyways, point being is that in the book, and it's part of my French, but Percy's a little shit in the book. He's kind of pissed at the gods for kind of abandoning him, especially Poseidon. And so, I'm just going to use an example from the movie. So you know how in the movie they fight Medusa and they take her head with them?
Yeah.
So in the book, Percy's still mad at the gods, so he decides to be a complete asshole and mails Medusa's severed head to the gods. Since Medusa has, like, apparently Medusa, people buy statues from Medusa.
Also, here's another
So
thing.
he gets all the packing information.
Here's another attribute of the movie that I feel like they kind of failed at, and that's the world building. Like, you have Mount Olympus, you have the underworld, you have all these amazing worlds to bring them to life on the
United States.
all the United States, but they are hideous to look at.
And the book describes them as beautiful, like Mount Olympus. The book is described as being like I forget how it's described. I remember they're like imps playing with each other, satyrs just sitting on rocks playing the pipes. So, and based on what I just described, does that sound better than the Mount Olympus in the book?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
But yeah, the worlds were not appealing at all. Was there anything else we wanted to put in there other than that this movie's not faithful to the source material and that it's just not very good?
There's so much I really get pissed. Clarice, Ares' daughter's not in the book, or in the movie, sorry.
It's alright.
On a side note, I did end up seeing its sequel, Sea of Monsters on a Date in high school. It was an improvement over this, but it was still bad.
We'll check that out another time.
Yeah, we're not gonna. It's not the next movie we're doing.
But yeah, I'd say this is kind of a bland and, in my opinion, a pretty forgettable adaptation.
Yeah, and seriously, even you fans, check out the book. It's a good book. It's very self-aware, so that makes it legitimately funny.
Yeah, but to quickly wrap it up, I'm going to say this is a pretty below average to just a plain bad movie for me.
Yeah.
So that's just I'm sorry, what was that?
Sorry. No, I could just go on and on about, like, the whole Hydra fight in this movie is not in the book.
We'll save that for another time.
Fight with the Chimera.
We'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
Alright.
But seriously, check out the book if you can.
Alright, so that's just about does it for this episode of Shinma. If you did enjoy it, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. My next reviews are going to be of the new Hulu movie, Palm Springs, and Robert Eggers' The Witch. So be sure to stay tuned for those. So, until next time, see you later, posse.